have. They've had a lot. The horses going in the finals right here that we're watching have had several runs. They've had a first, a second, of course, the semifinals. Puts pressure on the 3-year-olds, but I agree with you. They look like older horses, don't they? They're so much more mature, so much more physical. Here is Scott Ferguson riding Laredo Blue from Hempstead, Texas. This is a stallion. He's sired by Mecum Blue. And what a story about this horse right here, because, again, Laredo Blue, he is not. He's actually sired by Mecum Blue, but the family of Wichita Ranch, Lanny Mecum, owned Laredo Blue as well as this horse, and they lost Laredo Blue a few years ago, Laredo Roan, to a leg injury. They thought this colt looked so much like this horse, they named it Laredo Blue. So it's a Cinderella story to see the offspring come here.
And it looks like Cinderella might be getting the glass slipper here, because she's sure doing a good job working.
Putting a great run together, isn't he?
He sure is.
Well, you know, he really just slid into the second go-round because he only had a 2:12 that barely made it back. Then he jumped up and did a 2:18 and a half in the second go-round, in the semifinals 2:15, which gave him a total of 4:30 and a half and brought him back in here to the finals. And this is what you're watching right. That cow is right nose to nose with that horse.
If you give a great horse a second chance, he's going to come back and beat you. And that looks to me like that's what he's doing right now. He's got the cow trap. Made a good quit. Now he's thinking, I'm going to get back to the herd. I've got to come cutting strong here if I'm going to have a chance to win this.
You know, and Scott is a very aggressive cutter. He just won on the Breeders' Invitational out in Reno, Nevada. Had a strong run there, of course, on an older horse. It was a 4-year-old. Then again, we're watching strictly 3-year-olds, never been shown before.
Well, that was a tough cut. The black cow made it awfully hard, but the horse stayed focused.
Will the judges get him for that a little bit?
I don't think so.
Wow.
The horse stayed focused. He's on a really tough cow. This is an open type cow right here.
This cow's too fast, Chuck.
But the horse is staying with it.
Oh, my. Saved by the bell. That is your non-pro futurity champion right there with the 223. Scott Ferguson and the great sire, Laredo Blue. What a story.
It's been an exciting 19 days in Fort Worth for one young fellow named Scott Ferguson and a horse named Laredo Blue. Yes, you've heard before, a non-pro rider cannot ever have taken any money for training a horse. He's not a professional trainer, but he can train his own horse and certainly can ride it. Scott, first of all, congratulations. And I want to know a little bit about your horse. Where'd you get the horse? How long have you had it? And
the horse came from Betsy Mecum. She called me up one day. Said she had a nice little yearling stud colt that I need to come look at. We grew up together, and you know, we raised a lot of our own horses, and I really wasn't in the market to buy a yearling, but she talked me into it, and I'm very glad I did it.